Mm-hmm. Just trying to make sure I have the damn players down. Now, who's the goalkeeper? Thorn, Gerald Thorn. Number 9, Malik. Number 10. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Missing one. Abraham, 18, 9. Alexander, 3. Right. All right, you ready? All right. Okay, we welcome you here to the opening game of a doubleheader here at the Mannie Ramjohn Stadium. And we have the Gasparillo Youths against Cunupia FC. And there is the whistle to send us on our way in this one. And with the guys in Cunupia kicking off in their all-red strips. And they no doubt will try to take control of this game as early as possible and make life as difficult as possible for their opponents. And again, they're just controlling it, trying to control the tempo of the game and make sure that they have all their bases covered as much as possible. Cunupia, a very experienced team and a team that is no doubt well decorated. And here's an opportunity here with the ball just bouncing around, no one really attacking the ball as they might. Jordan Alexander had a chance of getting to it, but couldn't get the job done. Now down the left-hand side they go, scampering forward. And the ball just a little bit tight, changing hands. And here's an early ball. He might be in an outside position, but the referee says no, play on. And he's going to have condition. The shot taken though, but it's a little bit off target there. Arjun not wasting any time in getting the shot off. But again, the goalkeeper not really bothered by it. Opportunity to get control of the ball. Easy control. They're trying to build out of the back, as is the custom now with most teams. Trying their best to maintain possession as long as possible. That's good work. And the ball just a little bit, the ball was intercepted really, as they were trying to just get the handle on it, but no one is able to really call it in. So another opportunity here now for a corner kick, the first of the game. A little bit back to everyone. Actually, is going to come bouncing out here. It's a shot, not a bad effort at all. It was hit from some distance out by Joshua Phillip, but he couldn't get it on target. But he did have the goalkeeper scrambling to try to cover the angle. So a nice positive start from Cunupia, now Gasparillo building out to the back in their black outfits. Ball played in nicely, good movement, but again it's intercepted. A little bit of battle in the middle of the park there, trying to get control. Nobody really able to put the handle on it. And he's doing the smart thing, using the goalkeeper as much as possible. And another opportunity there for them to try to bring it on. Ball being played just short, and now they decide to go with the long one upfield. Nassim Alexander with the cramp, but it's won back easily now by Gasparillo Youths as they try to play and get control early, but scampering forward there. Ramjohn Critchlow setting it forward. This could be a nice opportunity here. That's a good recovery tackle there, just taking the ball off of Grant and taking it over the line. That's a good interception and a timely one at that by Dante Julian, just in the nick of time. But they conceded a corner kick. Another one for Cunupia. Ball played short. Another opportunity here now. It turns away from the pressure though, and it gets it inside. There's a shot, but it's again he could have snatched at the effort when he probably had a little more time than he thought he had, and as a result, it goes too far. Now also trying to build out of the back, Gasparillo. Cunupia though trying to close down space as quickly as possible. Control not the best here. Now is an opportunity for the shot, and this time Jaden Grant got under it, and it might have taken a deflection as well, and it just kind of went up and over. No problems there for Gerald Thorne in goal. He would have been a relieved man because you could see there was movement. Jordan Lara had opened up a nice little space with a blindside run and was hoping to get the return ball. Instead, Grant decided to go it alone. So now they decided they will play this one long maybe instead of playing it short like they did the last time. And so here it comes. Jeremiah Joseph plays it inside the ball, allowed to bounce in the area. And it just he couldn't get the control of the ball, Alexander. And eventually it was scrambled away. And the referee just having a word. Still, the battle in midfield is an intense one. That's a lovely attempt there at an interception by Joshua Phillips. And once again, Kenny Ramsey not able to turn his man. And but they still have possession of the ball. Cunupia. Grant is in the mix there. Still has the shot coming there now. Again, Jordan Lara trying his luck. But again, he just seemed to snatch at the opportunity. But it needed a quick bit of decisive action. He decided to take control and go with the shot. But unfortunately, it's a goal kick. That's a big one all the way down, but it's going to bounce, and it might just be allowed to run off the field. And that is good, sensible defending there. Keanu Morin. Ball changing hands though, and now they decide that they're going to build it out of the back. And trying to get it down on this near side here. Good opportunity for them to try to build at the back. Ball played inside, but it's a little much too straight there for Ricardo Williams. He never had a chance. And that now Lara still battling for it there. He's in a real dogfight there. He's not the tallest man, and certainly ball played inside, but again the good header back in the middle there. Crutchlow, the tall man, and Lara went down. He stayed down. But play continues as they're trying to turn and build with it. Arjun looking for something, not getting at it. Might get a second chance though, has the shot. But it's straight at goalkeeper Glasgow, who was comfortably in behind it. So a good opportunity there for Gasparillo, making their own luck, so to speak. Early ball in the vicinity of Grant, but it's quickly headed away, trying to run with it, however, in the middle of the park. Julian loses possession, and now they get a chance to try to get it out to the back, and this is good. Crutchlow pulled out of that one, and eventually free kick. Williams wins it and plays it early. That's a great ball down the right hand side. It comes. Alexander, can he get to it? No, he can't. That was Jaden Alexander, who just couldn't get up to speed, and the ball just ran away from him and into touch for a goal kick to Cunupia. But early opportunity, great ball played forward, trying to buy the space. Jahil Lewis the defense was just split open there just for a moment, and they couldn't capitalize on it. But we have another player going down, Grant, this time. Again, this is the next level community league, the Under-19 Community Cup action. We're in 2023. We just closed off one campaign in 2022. And here we go again, these youngsters enjoying the opportunity to play and to play some much needed football at that. Still, this is good work here, running hard and now trying to get the ball forward, but he plays it behind Grant. No opportunity there. Akini Ramsey did all the hard work and he just couldn't get the pass going forward. Abraham turns back inside now, gets it to Julian. Julian fighting for it though, but he's under some pressure. And here's the ball played in for Grant. Opportunity here. Can he turn? And he just seemed a little bit off balance there. The ball just seemed to stick up under his boot. He couldn't get it. He couldn't free up his legs. There's a shot coming, but again, Thorne is right in behind it. Good opportunity here. Shooting on sight was Joshua Phillips. Lovely ball played forward again, Alexander. This is Jaden Alexander. Turned nicely. Ball played down the side. That's going to be a tough ask here because he's going to have to run very hard just to make up that stagger Saunders. And eventually it's played in. Nassim Alexander doing well to write off the challenge there of Saunders. And that's a tough ball back there. You can see Joshua Phillips trying to keep possession, but Nassim Alexander had run on the inside. The ball was played to his outside, and eventually pressure averted. It goes behind for a throw-in. A throw-in now to Gasparillo. Ball thrown in quickly. Opportunity for them to build again. A chance now to play the ball inside. This is good football. Trying to turn and muscle his way forward, and but not able to do so. It runs free. This could be interesting here now. Chance to get the ball back. It's looped way over, and it's much too strong. Maliki Young can't get to it. But it was a great opportunity for Jaden Alexander. He got behind the defense, but he probably chose the wrong option. And he was looking for something, couldn't find much, and decided against hitting it low and hard, and decided to go aerial with it. But he played it behind everybody, and it went out for a goal kick taken quickly. They're going to get another goal kick now. So good end-to-end action. In fact, Gasparillo, who looked under a little bit of pressure earlier, have now settled down quite a bit as they continue to build here now to be into the 15th minute of play. And again, Alexander is in the way with the header, and he gets it forward. It goes out for a throw taken quickly. Grant doing well, still battling there. Lara now has it. Can he get something forward? He has movement to his right and to his left, but the ball played in. Grant though is still running inside, and he is really sent sprawling, but he got the touch. It's just that he couldn't control it. He just seemed to be moving so much faster than everybody else in the area there. The entire Gasparillo defense looked a little bit stagnant, and Grant was really fighting for all it's worth to get in there. That's going to be a free kick there. Burke, the guilty man. So no goals yet in this encounter. Gasparillo 0, Cunupia 0. But it's a good competitive game, especially in the middle of the park. But of course, the Cunupia outfit favored in this one. The goalkeeper is going to come, and he's going to clutch it quite comfortably in the end. And I think he was trying to bowl that out, but then realized that Akini Ramsey was a fair distance away from him, and had to do it. Griffith, not able to keep it in. In fact, he went sprawling over. A little bit tight, but he still could change the size now, and it's played all the way back to goalkeeper Glasgow. He plays it over, but he puts his man in some problems here. And again, good anticipation once again from Gasparillo. And just as Lewis was trying to get the handle on it, the pressure came. He had pressure from both sides. Luckily for him, the touch from Young took it over the line. Again, they're not able to get possession of the ball and keep possession of it. Good battle in the middle by Williams, Ricardo Williams, strong man. That's a lovely ball over, and well intercepted by Phillips. Still they're battling for it, and Alexander doing well, looking for something, but runs into problems there because Critchlow was closing him down. And that should be an infringement. It is, in fact, an infringement. Adan Udit was basically muscled off the ball there unfairly. So now they have a chance. They get the big fella Joshua Cooper is going up into the attack. And you can see him, he's towering over everybody. And can they get the ball to him? Gets the ball played inside and trying to maybe flick it on there. Alexander again involved in the play, Jaden. And he just couldn't get the touch to deflect it towards the back post. And eventually it was headed out for another corner kick, this time to Gasparillo. And stepping up there quickly to take it is Jaheim Abraham. And they're thinking of playing it short maybe to Malik Young. Young decides no, he's going to go back inside. And it's going to be played over by Abraham. Abraham plays it towards the goalkeeper and it just sails over the bar and it drops on top of the net. It's going to be a goal kick now going the way of Cunupia. No goals yet in this encounter. Teams still haven't really hit top stride as yet. They might be, to a large extent, they're still trying to feel out each other. And that's a ball that's a little bit tough for them there. Griffith plays it in quickly. And trying to turn with it. And eventually it's taken over the line for a throw in. Ricardo Williams getting special attention there. Still the battling inside forward here. The two big fellas. Critchlow wins that battle. And still looking to run with the ball. Lara turning now. Tries to cut back inside. Has to come defensively back now to Phillips. Who goes over on the right hand side there where he picks up Lewis. Lewis is there with him. Lewis decides he's going to give it up, but they win it back. Gasparillo now on the move. That's a good ball. A little bit overcooked though because he didn't really give his man a chance of catching up with that one. He needed Usain Bolt type of speed to get to that, and not many of us have that kind of speed. Ramsey looks to be in a little bit of a discomfort. He's down on the field inside the Gasparillo half. It's very hot outside. Remember, this is a early afternoon encounter. The sun out in all its glory. So still no goals, but we did have an early salvo from Cunupia where they threatened that early goal, but it didn't materialize for them. And Gasparillo, meanwhile, kind of weathered that storm and now are level pegging with them, if only momentarily. But Ramsey, I'm sure, would want to continue. And you have to give these youngsters credit. This is, while we're in the tropics here, it's still pretty harsh conditions. This is hot, hot sun. And there's no shade nowhere on the field for them. So they, quite often, they have to basically just put your head down and keep going. And it also is a good opportunity for the other players to take a little bit of a water break, get some fluids in. It's been a pretty hectic start. A lot of hard tackling taking place, a lot of running. And I always say football is a running game, so if you're not prepared to run, you then will get a run over. So you have to run, and when you run, you burn energy, and these hot, humid conditions, your energy gets sapped fairly quickly. So it's always a wise thing for the players to hydrate as often as possible and as much as possible. And it's good that the officials see that need as well, because at 2 o'clock in the day, it's pretty dry and pretty harsh for players of any age, let alone youngsters under 19s. Now they win the ball back in the middle of the park, just trying to build with it, not trying to go long. Maureen had it for a moment. He thought about it. Lara gets it back to Maureen, but Maureen's pass is a little bit errant. Critchlow, though, is such a sturdy man in the middle of the park, doing all the spade work. That's a great ball. Grant is in attendance there, but Cooper was alert to the danger. and did very well with the tackle. He knew there was pressure. Grant was breathing down his neck, and he had to make a decision. And in the end, he made a decisive decision to get rid of the ball rather than try to control it. So still no goals, as the weather really, as they say, this is beach weather. And even in the beach here, we'd be burning as well. You probably think more of a river where there's a little shade probably, as opposed to the big open ocean. That's a lovely turn. Again, nicely done by Williams. And again, here they come. This is going to be a big battle here. June trying his luck, but he's such a light player that he couldn't really. And then he's just brushed away. In American football, you'll call that a stiff arm. He just shook his man off of him, get off me, and just stood him forward. But great work again by the Gasparillo defenders as they were able to win the ball back. Here's a collision. One man stays down, and he probably just got touched. Both players were tackling the ball. I don't think there was anything malicious in that. And now the referee has sensed that there might be a little bit of a problem there, and decides to stop play and render some assistance. I don't think the trainer is going to be needed, but the referee doing the smart thing here, just making sure that the player wasn't injured per se, and Ricardo Williams seems to be okay and is going to continue. And they're growing more and more into the game, Gasparillo. They haven't really had a real decisive effort on goal per se, but that really threatened the goalkeeper Glasgow. But they've shown glimpses. Here's another ball from Critchlow trying to get it into Grant, and Grant is bundled over. Lara picks it up now, but again the ball is a little bit tight. Burke not able to get a touch, and Gasparillo doing well, just keeping Cunupia at bay. A lot of instructions taking place. Coach wants to get everybody in perfect position. That's a nice throw. Thrown inside again, but once more, the ball says a shot taken just wide of the mark. And again, an effort on the run. And this is probably what it's going to take to prize open this Gasparillo defense. They've done very well so far. And Cooper thought about playing it short. Cooper really is a big fella. He's a huge man. Really building the mold of an American football player. Here's this one. Played upfield, but headed down. Critchlow is going to get possession again and wins it back in the middle. Well, now they have a chance, Moraine, to get it forward, but that's intercepted. Critchlow again will try once more. He's doing well and plays it forward. Burke with a quick 1-2. Here comes Critchlow trying to return the favour, but it's very, very well read again out there by Abraham, and eventually he's taken over the line, probably under a little bit of pressure, but he might have been able to do a little bit more with it, and the ball eventually goes out for a throw-in to Cunupia. They're in their all-red strip, looking nice and resplendent. You can't miss them. They're bright in the hot sun. And if you're going to have a uniform, that's the kind of uniform to have. Have a big, bright red uniform. And you cannot be missed. Here is a clearance, and the referee's assistant had the flag up. And it's going to come all the way back into the Gasparillo defense. So no goals yet. If you're just joining us, it's the ball went over the line for a throw-in. Cooper gets it back. It's now played back in the middle, but they lose the handle on it. Lovely ball played in there, Grant, and he was trying to turn Lara, still battling, but again Cooper doing very well indeed, and he plays a lovely ball down, but it's a little too strong. I don't think his teammates actually anticipated well enough, and they couldn't get the handle on it. Gerald June didn't really react to that ball, but that's great work coming out of the back there from the big fella Cooper, and doing his part so far. And it's always amazing that Cooper, as big as he is, he might be among the youngest on the field. And here they come now. Grant plays a lovely ball over, a little bit too strong there for Burke. And it's going to run all the way over on the far side, go off the field for a throw in to Gasparillo. But it's that's just kind of where the game is right now. Just that final pass is lacking at the moment, that little piece of quality. The potential is there, though. You could see the intent. It's just the execution is a little bit off right now. And again, it's because of the physicality that both teams are showing right now. Another ball played into it. Arjun's just not able to track it down. And Critchlow, again, doing well. He got a little bit lucky there, although the ball was taken away from him. He still got it back in the end. Malik Young couldn't get full control for Gasparillo. Critchlow probably just caught in two minds there, whether to control the ball or pass it. And in the end, he almost gave it away. Just trying to build now. And that's really a kind of a 50-50 ball. He probably needs to do a little bit better with that. And the ball given away, but a good tackle to win it back. And they do get possession once again. Ramsey running down that left-hand side. There's a quick man. He looks up now. What will the cross be? Played across. The goalkeeper is there. He anticipated well Jessel Thorne. And although there were two players, a defender and an attacker in front of him, he kept his eyes on the ball and caught it. Again, another ball given away. This is not what they want. Joseph plays it inside. And here they come once more. This is the man, Alexander. He's had a good game so far. Plays the ball inside. And they keep possession, playing around quite nicely. Saunders plays it back. And Cooper trying to get it forward. It's now back in the middle. Lara in a little bit of a battle there, and eventually swings it foot. Saunders was trying to get in there. Cooper, how do you beat Cooper at that height? It's probably the most daunting task out there now. Played on the ground, I would imagine. Burke keeps it in for Cunupia, but then he gives it away. And here's a lovely little ball played forward by Malik Young, and is aiming to get it up there to Williams. But the combination there at the back of Alexander and Lewis doing well to get it away. Critchlow now trying his best there. He's running into problems. And they eventually lose possession. And the ball played all the way back now to the goalkeeper. So Samuel Glasgow, decides to go back to the right-hand side. Here's a ball played in, but it's a little bit too low, giving the defenders way too many opportunities there to intercept that. Attempt at a back heel and then almost returning the favor there. And there really is no need. Players probably just need to simplify it as much as possible. Back it goes here now in the back to Cooper. This is where he's probably at his weakest, where he has to play with his legs. And the attackers always have a chance there of probably intercepting the ball. And he needs to work that out as well. Understand that at that height, the center of gravity is a lot higher. It's a lot bigger than the shorter men. So they could turn quicker in tighter spaces. And he will always be at a disadvantage in those kind of situations. So you probably need to work out. I suppose as he gets older, he'll realize those are the areas that he probably needs to avoid as much as possible. At best, play it in the air or play it first time. Here's another ball played in and it's coming away. Once again, good a chance there, Alexander, to really get the handle on it. But Critchlow gives it right back to them. And here they come now with an opportunity. Arjun plays it forward. Can he keep it in? He does well initially and just not able to get to it. Griffith running hard, trying his luck there. And once again, just the speed of the ball and the pace across the ground. It's a hard, firm ground. The ball will pick up speed as it travels along the turf. And good control. They go back with it again, trying to get something going. Joshua Phillips decides he's going to go back inside. And that's not the place you want to dribble with the ball. And but Critchlow does well, gets the handle on it now as they come back. They decide to bring it back to Critchlow as he is the focal point in that defensive midfield position. Here's another lovely ball played down the right-hand side. Once again, Jaden Alexander is out there, but quickly across is the other dad, Nassim Alexander. So this is Alexander Red against Alexander Black. And eventually the ball goes over the line for a goal kick to Cunupia. But again, they just give the ball away. It's almost as if both teams guilty of doing so without any real pressure. Good movement. Again, the ball played inside, trying to turn with it, but the surface, Alexander battling for it, but the ball again, Alexander Red takes it away from Alexander Black. And Nassim doing well to get it away from Jaden. And once again, the ball forward by Udit is a little bit too strong. Not much that Griffith could do with that. So they probably just need to work out a little bit, just simplify the game for themselves a little bit more. You get to the ball first, you pass the ball, and make sure that the pass hits the target. And that is kind of like the principle, and especially under these harsh, hot, humid conditions, you don't want to burn unnecessary energy. So every opportunity you get to control, pass, and that way you save energy and you don't really put your team under pressure. But I gather that's easier said than done because players see different things all the time. That's one of the beauties of the game of football as opposed to, say, a game like American football. The decision making is not just the one player. The decision making is everybody on the field will have to make decisions whether to control, whether to pass, whether to shoot. Other sports, only one or two individuals are charged with those responsibilities. Here comes Alexander once again. Jaden Alexander gives it up, but then his part forward is eventually picked up Lara, trying to battle for it now. They still have the opportunity to keep it in the opposition. Here's a lovely ball played inside. Again, you can see the intention there from Williams, but probably not well executed. And out there trying his best, Burke, but he's under real pressure because Jaheim Abraham is doing a fantastic job keeping him off the ball. The throw is not a particularly strong one. Morendo heads it down. Gasparillo again with another throw in, and this time Williams controls it. And but they're still not able to make any real headway with the ball. Looking for runners, and not much ahead of him. Still trying, and now he decides he's going to play it short there to Saunders. And running away with it. This is a great opportunity, trying to play that ball. That ball needed to be played in the gap to lead him. Here's Cooper, big, strong fella. And he was being held, but the referee says, play on. And Cooper didn't like it too much. But he cannot stay there and sulk. He needs to get back on defense because his team is under pressure now. Here they come, quickly coming inside. Grant really running with the ball, but then losing the handle on it and almost turned it over. Burke gets it back. They have a chance here now to build Gasparillo. Cooper does well. And again, he's trying to be cute with his feet. And the shorter players are able to read him quickly because his legs are so long. It's almost like he kind of sells the idea of what he's going to do. He telegraphs it, and they're able to just stick in a boot here, stick in a toe there, and intercept it. But really nice conditions, and in terms of the field conditions, might be a little bit bumpy because it's bone hard and dry. But there's a nice covering of grass here at the Mannie Ramjohn Stadium. And the players, though, have to adapt to it because it's a quick field. And the ball is a little bit bumpy, so they need to really get over the ball and keep it on the ground. Even the controlling surface has to be a good one. Chance to dribble in there. Lara does well in tandem there with Joseph. They were able to win it back. But look at Cooper once more. He's really been outstanding. Big fella. Again, the ball, just the execution, not very good. He saw what he was trying to do, but certainly he was a couple of meters off target there. Here's another ball, play down low and hard. This could be a chance here, but once again, goalkeeper is reading it. Jaden Grant, the intended target. Chance again, Cooper coming more into attack now, though he wants to get involved as much as possible. Griffith, back it goes. Arjun trying to get it back to Griffith, but Grant is there, and he can't get it. Arjun gets it back. Cooper again on the left foot this time, trying to play it into space, and loses out. He was holding his man. Now he goes down, and Lara shakes him off nicely, looking for something, and then Lara is just bundled over as he turned back into traffic. And traffic he met really went stumbling over. Might have actually been stepped on in the process. But no goals yet. And I think the game is just ripe for a goal by somebody. And when I was driving, coming up here in my car, I heard Arsenal was leading Spurs by 2-0. I don't know if that was the final score, but I was still in the first half. They got a gift from the goalkeeper, and then, of course, Odegaard scored another beauty. And at that point in time, not sure what the final score. If Arsenal could win that one, they would extend their lead on Manchester City, who lost in the end. So it ended 2-0 in that game. That's a lovely little back heel there. Again, June and company doing well. Here's a shot. Cooper on his left foot. He's trying to get kicking room here, but they're trying to deny him that because they know that hammer he has there for a left foot. If he only releases it, it could cause some problems. Now here he goes back onto his left foot. Can he get the cross in? He hits it low and he hits it across the face of the goal, and he hit it hard. But from that angle, he needed somebody to touch it. That's the only way that might have gone in. Because he hit it from close to the byline, he hit it straight across the face of the goal. But you could see he's a big, strong man, and he's not prepared to just sit at the back and play defense. He's very much inclined to want to come forward and get involved in the attack as well. And he showed his quality there. But now he's paying the price because it's so hot. When you make those runs, you're like, if somebody stand next to you, they may not get any air at all because you're sucking up all air. It's so hot out there. There's a great ball going forward here now, but once again, the goalkeeper comes right to the edge of the area and takes it and then bowls it out quickly. Torn gets it forward. June, again, that's a tight ball, but Alexander is off to the races. The two Alexanders again colliding, and not for the first time. The ball, with so much pace on it, is allowed to run off the field, and Jaden cannot catch up with it. But again, Nassim Alexander able to really cut off his path to the ball. Opportunity now for Cunupia to build, coming out of the back. Here they come again. Ball played in. Again, they have to try to get it to the legs of Grant. Makes no sense playing it so far for him. He has a great ball down the left-hand side now. They have numbers forward. The cross comes. This is a good opportunity. Alexander trying to get in there, but not able to get the header on there. Williams was still battling, and they're still fighting for it. But the defense holds. It's bending, but not breaking. And they're coming forward again. That's a lovely ball, but it's a little too strong. And here is Cooper once more. A player stays down in the area, though, and he might have landed awkwardly on his hand. He's holding his wrist there, it looks like, or maybe his legs, or both. And he's taken off his shoe. He might have been stepped on. And in this heat, somehow it hurts a little bit more. If you guys stepped in the cool, you might shake it off. But when it's burning like that, it's like the heat from above travels all the way down to your feet. And it just seems to hurt that little bit more. And consider that on this surface, and consider if you were playing on AstroTurf when the heat is coming back at you from the bottom up. Man, you just, it's almost like you don't know where to hide. There's no place to hide because it's heat on the ground, heat overhead. At least on this surface, it's not that bad underfoot in terms of the heat. It might be a little bit bumpy at the moment, but I think the players will live with that any day. AstroTurf is while it has its benefits, it's a uncompromising surface. And many players will live to tell you that it's not the easiest surface on which to operate. So we have a little bit of a delay, and the medical team, they're out there rendering assistance. In the meantime, the players doing the smart thing, getting to the byline where they can get some instructions from their coaches, but more importantly, get some water and get hydrated as much as possible for the next push as they try to close off the first half here in this one. 43 and a half minutes going, almost 44 minutes going unofficially. And Williams is the man who stayed down, and he's an important part to Gasparillo's fortunes. And you can see him with the boot in his hand. And very sportingly, he passes on the bottle that he was drinking to one of the opponents, in fact, Nassim Alexander, a man who has given him no end of bother on defense for Cunupia. But again, the game is being played in such a good spirit, which is nice to see, which is also refreshing at times, because we all know in the cut and thrust world of competitive sport, everybody wants to win at all costs. Now Critchlow trying to control this one, almost lost the handle on it, but they win it back. Here comes Cunupia again, ball played into Grant, back it comes in the middle, and Joseph trying his best here to get rid of it, and they're running into problems. So it's been that thing, they getting up to, say, the 20-yard line, just to the edge of the box, and then it almost always breaks down, and we're coming the other way. But it's a similar thing at the other end as well. Here, Joseph almost got themselves into a little bit of a tangle there, and he got it one time, he wins it back a second time. Now he comes forward with another ball, but that too is intercepted. Grant has it, he has Lara to his left. Lara picks it up now, he wants to cut back onto his right, and does so well enough. Joseph has it, and turning, twisting, he has Lara to his left now, and those two will play one-on-one, but it's intercepted, but not for long, because it's right back with them. Critchlow now for Cunupia. Just on the half line, back inside of Cunupia's half it comes, and they have it. Joshua Phillips has it, gets it back to Critchlow. This is a little bit better. They could slow down the pace and just keep possession, force the players out of position as much as possible. Ball played in there. Griffith does well, and but the ball is won back now, and it's played in there. But I don't think Phillips will have too much to worry about, because Alexander really wasn't intent on running forward there. But they give the ball away. This is a chance here for the shot, and it hits the bar and comes back out. Great opportunity there. Very unlucky indeed was Saunders, and the ball was gifted to him. Now Arjun plays it forward. Here again is Saunders, gets it back to Arjun. That was a great opportunity there. He rattled the bar, but it came back out, and Cunupia's blushes were spared there because it was their fault. The goalkeeper gave the ball away very nonchalantly, and they lose out. Here is a chance here, but the referee says that's it. It's the end of the first half of this encounter, and at the end of the half it is 0-0 at the end of the first 45, and I suppose it's a fitting result, although at the end here the deadlock should have been broken. Great opportunity there for Achi Alam Saunders, but he wasn't able to. He beat the keeper, but he didn't beat the bar, and it came back out. So 0-0 at the end of the first half.
And they played in the
Tiger Tank.
tournament. So they were
They were
They
playing,
had
yeah.
enough time to gel as a team.
Yep. Understand each other, boy. So we're getting ready for the second half of this encounter. Remember, still no goals in this one. And waiting for that opening goal. We almost got it just there at halftime. Andrew Samuel gets us on our way. And two red shirts almost getting in each other's way there. And Critchlow playing in a more advanced position now to start the second half. And Lara decides he's going to go back with it, turning, twisting with it, but doing well in the end and playing it out. And that might just be a change for the Cunupia outfit. Ball played back, but again, it's picked up here now by Cooper. Can he do something with it? Looking for something ahead of him. Sister played short, played inside, and they still going with it. Now they're trying to build now. Here is Arjun, just bumped off the ball by Lara. So an opportunity for Julian to try to get it forward. He decides he's going to leave it. Udit is there. That's a great ball played forward, but again, right in behind it there and wasting no time at all. Just putting the foot through it and getting it upfield. So here's a chance here now for the shot, and it's just wide. The goalkeeper might have gotten a touch on it. No, he didn't. And it just trickled wide. But that was a great opportunity there once again for Cunupia. They, again, probably coming out with renewed energy now. Ball back in play, and they're trying their best here now to keep it going. Again, the ball is a little bit short there from Burke, but Critchlow doing well, trying a reverse pass, and but not able to get his boot around it as well as he would like because he's playing out his right foot as opposed to the left. But he gets possession once again. Lara turning away from the pressure, does well. And an early ball forward, Critchlow into an advanced position. Now he's playing a little bit more into attack than on defense so far in the second half. And that's because Adam Peer has come on and is assuming more of that defensive role right in front of the stoppers for Cunupia. So it obviously is a little bit of a tactical move there on their part. But here again is Cooper. What a talent. He goes with the right foot, he goes with the left foot. It doesn't matter. He's a very strong young man. That's a great ball. And they're just not able to get it out. And Pierre for Cunupia now, Lara. It's all kind of tight. Critchlow again robbed of it. Ball picked up here now in the middle of the park. They have it Saunders taking his time and almost running out. Arjun still battling for it, looking for something ahead of him. Nothing there. And eventually he's forced back. But Julian does well. He is playing that reverse pass. And again, another ball played forward hurriedly. Played forward there, but again to nobody in particular, and it goes out for another goal kick to Cunupia. Malik Young Griffith almost losing possession. But he gets it back and trying his best here to. It's almost like he was in two minds. He wasn't sure if he wanted to tackle or if he wanted to control the ball or pass the ball. In the end, he did neither and ended up missing out. But they still have a throw in Cunupia, starting the more enterprising of the two teams in the second half so far. That's a long ball over, allowed to bounce in the area. That's dangerous. You don't ever want it to bounce, but luckily for them, the ball is won back, and the return ball, again, Arjun didn't need to play that ball so soon. And really, it's just about concentration. Lewis hits it into touch. It's a throw-in. Again, Malik Young shaking off one challenge, goes to his right, has an opportunity here now to get going, Julian. And again, those passes, really, it's like a recurring theme. They get just to the edge of the area, and then it breaks down for them, Gasparillo. Now they're under some pressure. Lara turns back onto his right foot, comes square with it. He has Burke ever present. Down the right-hand side they come. They have an opportunity. Moraine decides he's going to give it back to Burke. Burke trying to turn his man, and then fakes, but then the ball was easily taken away from him by Julian. Adwante Julian didn't fall for that fake at all, just kind of allowed him to do his simmy-dimmy and then just calmly took the ball away from him. A throw in to Cunupia. Pierre comes onto his left foot. Can he shoot with it? Hits it. Not very powerfully, but it's blocked. And he's still not able to get the handle on it, but he does the smart thing, allows it to go over the line. And now they play the ball inside. Pierre does well. That's a lovely turn. Opportunity here for them to go, but then he's playing the ball forward. He's just going in an offside position, and he left just a little too soon there, Ricardo Williams. And again, it's not so much that he left too soon. The pass, he should have really been making that pass with the right foot first time, as opposed to taking that extra step and then trying to play it with the outside of the left foot. Here they come again. Another ball played in, but once more, the goalkeeper anticipates well. Torn quickly bows it out, and it's played forward. Julian down that right-hand side. It goes. Now it's back inside with Alexander for Cunupia. He plays a lovely ball in on the inside. It's picked up by Moraine now. Shakes off one challenge on his right foot, thinking of shooting, does, but he hits it wide of the mark. For a moment there, Torn thought that his goal was under threat, and you could see him scrambling across his goal, but never had to make the save. So you really have to feel for these young men, and so many of them have these sort of big hairstyles. Almost, it's not an afro. It's almost like some of them have plaits, but it's a lot of hair on the head. And I would imagine their hair must be on fire right now, because that is just absorbing heat there. You really feel for them. But then any kind of hairstyle you would feel it in this heat. Another header that goes out for another throw-in to Gasparillo. Still no goals in this encounter. You can just feel the game screaming out for a goal at the moment. And still trying to get the handle on it there. Grant not able to get his foot in. Cunupia though, with possession once more. They're going long again. And the ball again just allowed to run into touch. It's really a game that somebody has to kind of take control of the game and running with the ball is probably not going to help. But here comes Critchlow with the left foot again. Almost the surprise element there. For a moment, he didn't look like he was going to shoot, like he was going to take on his man. Instead, he opted to go with the left foot, but he tucked it wide of that far post, of that right-hand post. But again, good enterprise being shown here from Cunupia since coming back out for the second half. It's a similar start they had in the first half. They couldn't get that early goal, and then Gasparillo gradually got into the game, and eventually at the end of the half, they were the ones who almost broke the deadlock with a shot that rattled the bar from Saunders. Another ball played up there. Pierce, since coming on, has been doing very well in that that sort of holding midfield position for Cunupia. Ball played forward, and again, special attention being played at the Critchlow. They know his capabilities, so they're not allowing him to control the ball very often. And this is good anticipation here at the back. And the early ball is again behind the intended target. They really need to lead him into that space. Instead, when you play directly at him or just behind him, you're giving him headaches, as they say. So another throw-in for Gasparillo, thrown in there, but again anticipating well, getting back on defense and helping out Ramsey. He gets the ball forward, but he goes down. Might have been tripped, but a referee allowed play to continue, and now it's going to be a throw-in, so it still remains Cunupia's ball. The spectators looking on intently under the tent provided by the league, so the spectators, I'm sure, would appreciate that, because if they were forced to have to sit under the open, here's the ball played down that side again. It's not the best ball, and Critchlow just not able to get the handle on it. Early ball forward, then the return ball comes, but Pierre, who came on at the half, is looking to knife his way forward. Still they get possession. Lara turning back onto that right foot, which is his favoured foot, and he's still there. Now the ball played in. Critchlow is running there. The goalkeeper, though, anticipates well. And not a bad ball played in there. The bonks, though, allowed it to just kind of sit up for the goalkeeper to make an easy take. A little bit of high kick in there. Williams trying to stick his foot in there, then decided to pull it out of harm's way. Turning and twisting again is Ramsey, looking to get away from his man. Shakes off one challenge, though, still with the ball. Cuts onto his left foot, back onto his right, trying to shake his man. Gets it to Lara. Lara, though, can't control it, and does well to win it back. And Critchlow now rules it across, but not well controlled here. And the ball is played up here now. Burke, and he's in an offside position. And so the referee's assistant right on spot there, despite the protests from the spectators. The referee's assistant was very decisive there with the wave of the flag. And the player goes down and stays down again over on that far side. It might be the young man Ramsey, Akini Ramsey, who had a nice run a short while ago. And but whenever you go down in this heat here, you fear for the worst, because it's you're not quite sure where the injury is, or if it's an injury at all. It might just be the heat just sapping energy out of these players. So we have a little break in the action, and surprisingly, the players from Gasparillo are not taking the opportunity to get some fluids into their system. They just see most of them are huddled just inside their own penalty area there. whereas the Cunupia players, quite a few of them have gone to the sideline where they can get some refreshments in and of course get some additional instructions from the coaching staff, which is well within the rules. So another little break in proceedings here. So just as we approach the hour mark in this game, still no goals. And players again helping each other out, sharing water. Here's Pay again. He's done very well since coming on. And Lara again looking for some movement. Has it down at the right-hand side. Again, ever present Maureen. And seemed to put himself into that situation where he's forced to have to go back with the ball. And they're playing it forward again, trying to get it up there to Grant. But he is constantly being harassed and being marked. Goalkeeper is coming, and he was a little bit late there. And again, that's what you call a vup. He just kind of threw his leg at the ball, and it just got spliced off the outside of the boot. Now, two players staying down, and certainly not the kind of goalkeeper. Was coming from behind. Cooper was trying to get to the ball, and I think Cooper might actually play the ball, but the goalkeeper was coming punching and might have taken out his own man. But that's the thing about goalkeepers. That's why they say some of them, they don't play with a full deck, because he was coming screaming. And whenever the goalkeepers are sounding like that, as a defender, you learn to get out of harm's way. And now Cooper is paying the price for that. But again, he's such a big, strong man that he looked like he is shaking off that injury quite comfortably. Also back on his feet, Malik Young. But you could see players now more and more just sort of bending over as they start to wilt in the heat. But we're back on the way again now. And again, Gasparillo not able to take advantage. Neither can Cunupia there. They got the ball, but they give it right back to them. Another opportunity here. More of the same. And again, it's just like nobody wants to control the ball for any length of time. And it's almost like the ball is like a hot potato. So again, they're just trying to get the handle on proceedings. And we will see a quick substitution.
16 to 21.
And we saw Burke is off. Here they come again now. A nice opportunity for Maureen to play the ball forward. He gets it into Critchlow, but it sort of hits him. And I don't think he likes it too much. And in cricket, you wear a box. In football, you don't have that luxury. And he is feeling the hurt right now as he stays down. And the referee, no doubt, very aware of the danger. But he seems to be okay. It's the kind of injury that people shy away from you on that occasion because nobody can help you in that situation. You're on your own. And but he seems to be moving okay. A lot of times it takes a couple minutes before you could even walk properly. And here's a nice little ball played on the right hand side. But again, the control is just not the ideal, not the best. Lara has it and decides he's going to go back with it. Now he gets the ball again. This time he plays a forward pass, gets it to Critchlow. Critchlow plays a nice little ball inside Grant, turning, twisting, decides to go all the way back to Lara. Lara dribbles forward, shakes one man. Here they come again, Cunupia, turning, Critchlow, back to Lara. Thinks about the shot. Let's say they're Moraine, going for the quick one too. But again, it's intercepted in the way. And now Critchlow on his right foot turning, twisting, but he loses out. That's a nice challenge there from Saunders. Not the biggest man on the field, but Saunders did well on that occasion, especially against the big fella Critchlow. And once more, his control is not the best. And he got it at his feet, but then the ball bubbled up away from him. And they now have possession here. Young can't control the ball. Pierre to Lara. Lara shakes one, shakes off another one, scampers forward, attack, taking on the defense, tries to slip it in there, and it's eventually intercepted quickly by Aaron Udit at the back for Gasparillo, as they concede yet another throw-in. So Cunupia starting so much brighter in the second half, but they still can't prise open this defense and score. Moraine with the throw-in, throws it in nicely there, but the ball is headed, but it's headed over the line. Julian was trying to get a header on it, but his header, not the best one. It goes behind, so it's from a throw-in to a corner for Cunupia. So they have a chance now to maybe put some more pressure on the Gasparillo team. So they'll get a chance for a corner. Again, the sun really out in all its glory. And it's I thought for a moment that Griffith was going to make the throw, take the corner rather himself. Instead he leaves it there now, and it's going to be Joshua Phillips who's going to be the provider. Here's a lovely ball inside, and the heads go up, but it's still bouncing around in the area, and now it's cleared out, and an opportunity here to get control. Ball played in, and reacting to it, the quickest there is Critchlow. He plays a lovely ball down the right-hand side. Just coming on there was Terrell Griffith, and not able to control it, but he had a clear opportunity to maybe control it and attack the defense by running into the penalty area there, but he missed the whole ball, and the chance went. But he does well on this occasion. Can he keep it in? No. And fighting for the ball in the up position, squeezing the defenders, and but unfortunately it goes behind. It's going to be a goal kick to Gasparillo. Still no goals in this encounter. Gasparillo under a little bit of pressure here now, and trying their best to ease the pressure a little bit. That's lovely football coming forward. Young looking to run with it, but he runs into touch, and he comes limping out there. He might have been touched inadvertently. Here they come again, building down this left-hand side, keeping possession. But this is where the problem is. The ball invariably is given away. Here's a chance for a shot, just wide of the mark. And it goes out for a goal kick. But again, it was a great opportunity there. He ran all the way forward there, Ramsey, and put it on his right foot, had the shot. The goalkeeper was at full stretch there, Thorne. And I suppose he'd be the happiest man right now, very relieved to see that the ball just missed the upright and went out for a goal kick. So Karapi Chima, or rather Cunupia pressing now. You can see them trying to lift their game as much as possible. And Gasparillo really just hanging on here for the moment. Pierre again. Nice little ball inside. That's a great dummy as they still getting numbers forward now. Chance to get the cross in. That's a lovely ball in. The goalkeeper is coming and he anticipates well. And he quickly starts the counter-attack as they come forward against Saunders. Looking for some movement. Plays it down at the left-hand side. Here's Young. He plays the ball inside, but again he's playing it behind the man. Arjun had made the run, and the ball just played too much behind him. And now the goalkeeper at the other end, Samuel Glasgow, seemed reluctant to go for the ball. The defender had intercepted the ball, and it's not a perfect pass because he was stretching, trying to get to the ball first. Really, the goalkeeper could have bailed out his teammate there. Instead, he was waiting for the perfect pass back that never came. So it's a corner now at the other end. That's not a bad ball. Cooper is in there and he heads it home. The big fella using his height to good advantage. Excellent ball with the left foot, curl into the area, and there was Cooper, big, tall, strong, and Saunders with the assist. A lovely ball floated in. Nobody climbed with him. In fact, it might have been a mute case, and he just buried the header. Nothing Glasgow could do about it. And now he must be looking back and thinking, if I had only run and intercepted the ball from going over the line. And now 1-0 it is to Gasparillo. And the referee decides that with just about an hour and 11 minutes gone, 71 minutes gone in this game, that it's time for a little refreshment break. And what a header. We waited and waited, but Joseph Cooper, it was worth the wait to see the big fella get up there. And for somebody who, like him, played stopper and would have scored a few goals like that, it's always a good feeling when you go into attack and they feed you the ball and then you put it away for the team. And so, again, Josiah Cooper with a splendid finish to break this deadlock here. Now what this does, you would have to say that this goal came slightly against the run of play, or very much against the run of play, because since we resumed play in the second half, it has been predominantly Cunupia who have been in control or threatening at the northern end. But now they concede at the southern end, and that puts a whole different spin now on proceedings.
Yeah, something here for you.
A water.
The leaf thing here for you, man.
Cold.
The water, yeah, juicy, and snack. I lucky, well, somebody know me. Well, you happy to come eat.
Gosh, but I feel it for them people there. But they're going to sit down outside the tent there. I can lend them an umbrella, you know, but they have to give it back.
You ain't going to know when they disappear.
That's the only problem, man. So we're getting ready for the restart, and here we go once again. Now Cunupia, they really dug themselves a hole here, and they really need to pick themselves up and keep going. So 1-0. We finally have a goal, and it's now up to the men in red to try to get themselves back on level terms here as quickly as possible. So this is the stage of the game where they no need to panic. They've been playing well. They just haven't been able to score. And but now they find themselves where those 50-50 chances, they're going to have to try to put away a couple of those. And the sooner the better. Here is Critchlow. They're going to be looking to him to fashion something by way of an equalizer. Ball played inside. That's good football again, Lara. And so they're building now, going down the left-hand side. A chance here to get the ball back inside and not able to get it away. Arjun does well. Shields his man. And they're coming forward with it now. Driving forward here is Julian. And his ball is, again, the goalkeeper has to come, but he's smart. He's at the edge of the area this time, sensing the danger. Pierre again with a lovely ball forward. This is going to be a big sprint again for Ramsey. And trying to get inside his man. And there is the foul. He was just a little too physical. In fact, he did the smart thing. He tried to run around him. But as soon as Abraham felt the contact, he went down. And basically selling the referee on the idea of the free kick. So here is the big fella, Cooper, the goal scorer. With the kick, and again he's kicking the ball well over the half line, which is these are all promising signs for him. Still trying to do this. Saunders plays the ball inside again, and still trying to get there. Ramsey does well. Critchlow trying to run with the ball and trying to take it away from his man. Does well, gets it back and turns inside. He had his man running down the right-hand side. He turned away, and as I say, he watched him in the white of his eye and turned and didn't play him the ball. Tried to go inside with it, and now it's taken over the line on the far side, and it goes out for a throw-in to Gasparillo. They're leading by 1-0-0, and they're getting ready to make a substitution. I don't think the referee is going to allow play to resume until the substitution is made. And it looks as if Saunders is coming off. He provided the corner kick that was eventually headed away and headed home. And so he comes off, and it looks like if they're showing up the defense here just that little bit, because Tyrell Jofield is on. Still going now. Here goes Ramsey again, still going. And eventually he's brought down just at the edge of the area. Jaheim Abraham was the man putting in the tackle just at the edge of the area as he really committed the defenders. And he goes down and he's won a free kick now. But it was a good knife and run there from Akini Ramsey. Really, as they say, putting his head on and taking responsibility for at least trying to get a shot on goal maybe. And it took a foul to stop him on this occasion. But he goes down there and you could just see him. It's almost like he's resting there because that run took so much out of him that he was probably the happiest man to hear that whistle song there. And now he decided he's going to take a couple minutes to catch his breath here now. And yep. So he is now, he seems a little bit winded. And because they're pumping his legs, he's on his back and he's taking his time. He's still down, still not up fully. And he's going down again. And so I think the time spent on the ground is good recovery. And you can see him now just really taking a good gulp of water there. And because he he knows that he's been in some discomfort. Yep. Another one of those where you need a box for protection. But he's done well. He's giving his team a chance here. A good opportunity here now. Can Joshua Phillips do something with it, or will Pierre hit it from there? And so the goalkeeper making sure it's a 4-man wall. And so the goalkeeper decides he's going to try to protect that wall. And this is a great opportunity if he could curl the ball in that same area there. He tries to go low and hard. And now it's it's like a jailbreak. They're trying to get out there. And who could get there first until eventually it's played into touch. So it's going to be a throw-in still with Cunupia. So he had an option. He decided instead to, maybe he was thinking of, do I go to the left of the wall, go to the right of the wall? In the end, he just decided to blast it under the wall. And the wall did its job. Now Pierre, he gets possession now, looking for something, comes over on the right-hand side here, where he has Moraine, who tries a shot, but it's more like a rugby shot than anything else. And it goes high, way over the bar. For another goal kick to Gasparillo. The Gasparillo youths leading 1-0 in this encounter. A lovely header from a corner kick, buried by the big stopper, Josiah Cooper. And again, his kick is easily crossing half line. There's another ball played forward there, trying to get Arjun going, but running and taking no chances whatsoever. Although the back pass to the goalkeeper might have been a safe option, it may not have been the safest option because the goalkeeper was advancing towards the ball, and that might have allowed the same defender to also get a tackle on the ball with the goalkeeper trying to play with his legs. That's a good header, good anticipation there coming across Nassim Alexander for Cunupia. And again, he is heading the ball, but again, he can't get it upfield. Now he concedes another throw in deep in there in the Gasparillo half, or rather in the Cunupia half of the field. Gasparillo making headway down that right-hand side. So, really harsh conditions for these youngsters, but they're handling it well. I'm yet to see somebody really looking exhausted to the point of no return. But so far, so good. Now here they come again. Udit anticipates well, gets the ball down that right-hand side. A chance now for the cross, a low one. It's an opportunity here. He's looking for some option, and still they're going with it. The return ball never came, and but still battling. And this time Glasgow is brought down, rather Critchlow is brought down, so it's going to be a free kick now to Cunupia. They're trailing, and Gasparillo has a player down again, so the referee, and I'm not seeing the trainer coming on, so it's like the referee is booking someone. I didn't see the card, but it seems as if somebody might have gone into the referee's naughty book. And now he's calling the trainer on to render some assistance. But it's still 1-0, Gasparillo leading in this game. So remember, this is just one game of a doubleheader. It's the second game, of course. We'll also see Ball Blasters, or rather Moruga FC against Made in Labrie. And That too is expected to be a good one, but there's also a doubleheader in Tobago as we speak. Roxborough Lakers versus Eagles and Ball Blasters against Georgia FC. So, but here it's 1-0 in favor of Gasparillo. They're under some pressure now, though. Cunupia doing very well in as well there. Can they get the cross in? The goalkeeper is there, and he does enough just to get the ball out and to break up the play. But that was a dangerous ball right across the goal, and the goalkeeper, the defender, everybody arriving at the same time. And in the end, it was taken away, but we still have, it looks like Udit is down on the ground. Still, he was part of that collision there, and he decided to stay down. But he did his job there in the end. But another corner played short, Lara, with a chance to get it in. The goalkeeper again having to save at the near post. The ball was driven in this time, but it was curling in at that near post there. Lara threatening the goal. Still, here they come again. Now Critchlow, can he get the handle on it? He plays the ball inside, but it's easily cleared away. And it's going to be a throw-in. It's back. It's come now to Critchlow. Everything is coming at warp speed now as the urgency is finally in the game. Here's the cross ball high into the air. Opportunity here now to play the ball back across goal. This should be a goal, and it is. And again, brilliantly taken, Ramsey. It was a lovely ball played across by Critchlow, knocked down nicely by Moraine. And there was the finish. It did take a deflection, but they all count. And Ramsey with the equalizing goal to make it 1-1. And that came in the 76th minute of play. So a chance here now for them to really start pushing. Remember, they were the ones creating most of the chances in this game, but they eventually went behind, and now they're back on level terms. Can they push on now and try to finish the job? So a chance here now for Gasparillo to probably try to get back that lead that they have. Here's the ball played inside again, and that's an infringement. That's going to be another free kick. And once more, the tackle coming in. I don't think it was really a malicious tackle on the part of Alexander, but he did play his man, and they concede another free kick here. Abayomi George is on for Gasparillo. So now they have a free kick here. This is in a dangerous position. Good numbers in the box as well. Can they make them pay again with the cross ball? Here's the ball floated in, and the heads are up. The bicycle kick in the area. It was done in traffic, and that's always dangerous when you're doing it in traffic like that. And that was the substitute, Joe Field, trying his best there. Another ball played inside. Here's the chance. That ball is a little bit showing too much of it, and they win it back. The substitute George coming in there trying to get in the play. Here's another ball played out wide, just a little bit too close, too much inside and not outside enough for Moraine, who had that lovely assist with the goal. He unselfishly just knocked it back across the goal and picked up Ramsey inside. Here he is again. This time it's with Critchlow. He's trying to sort of create a play, but it's intercepted nicely. It's a great ball by Williams down that right-hand side. They go. Alexander is out there. Can he control it? Or rather, Abraham, can he control it? Still has possession. The ball comes inside. And here comes the dummy onto the right foot. It comes. Here's a shot by Williams. It's blocked. And they still have possession. And nobody could control it. Here's a shot low and hard, but wide of the marker. So the game now has a nice rhythm to it, has a nice intensity to it as well. It's like both teams trying to get that winner here, or a second goal at least, which they would think they would hope would be the winner. Ball played upfield, and again Moran is there. Can he control it? Looking for something. Took a little too long, Lara now. Still has his man wide, and here comes Ramsey again, but I think the end line might come a little too soon for him, and so it does. Again, the weight of the passes, they've been off all evening long, and certainly has created that little bit of problems there. And now we see, well, the 90 minutes are up here now, so we're playing added on time here. Maybe time for stoppage time, I should say, for infringement. We did have a few stoppages. It has to be said. He has a chance here. That's a crunching tackle there. Luckily, he missed everything, and because he could so easily have wiped his man away. Now, ironically, look at where Cooper is. You would think with the game this late that they might just try, but he's trying his best. He's offside though, and Abraham was just too far advanced, and there was Cooper again. But I suppose that is the aggressive mindset, you'll have to say. I would tell him stay back and don't concede, but he is going into attack, looking for that second goal, and because if you concede now and he's out of position, you're not going to be a happy coach. And here they come again. The control is not the best. Lara, though, might get a chance. He did get away with a little push there. However, Young has it now for Gasparillo. Can he play the ball? He's allowing his man to run outside, and then he tries a shot. Abraham was pointing to him and telling him just roll it into space, free as a bird. And he used the wrong option, and that the ball went awry. So still 1-1 the scoreline here. Ball upfield. Now this could be another foot race. Ramsey is there again. He's quick. And but he also has a quick man in him. This is a chance. And he made a meal of it. He needed to put the ball down first time and then pick out the perfect pass. Lara again plays the ball at Moran. Back and goes on the inside pier, trying to play it forward. Ramsey is in an offside position. And there is the final whistle in this one. So it ends 1-1. Gasparillo Youths with Cunupia. And but it was an even contest. Two well-taken goals, one would have to say. The first of them, of course, a beautiful header on the part of Josiah Cooper in the 71st minute. And then Ramsey with a lovely finish, Kenny Ramsey, in the 86th minute with the equalizer for Cunupia. So it ends 1 goal apiece. And you can see both teams exchanging pleasantries, which is so good to see. It means that these players are probably friends. They probably go to the same school, some of them, and or probably play together on another team in their communities. But 1-1 is, I suppose, a fitting end to this encounter.